Okay?
I don't think so.
I'm doing great.
You're right.
Thank you. Thank
You're doing great. So,
Thank you.
vamos entonces a pasar
A la parte de allá,
Ok.
a Harvest, ¿él te dio el menú que él quería?
No, pero podemos confirmarlo ahora sí.
Ajá,
Ok.
llámalo y entonces
Perfecto.
lo cosechamos
Ok,
y empacamos.
te veo allá.
Sí.
Ok, so, come with me.
No sé si te diste cuenta, pero estamos sin luz. Estamos sin luz.
Kevin, para cosechar, ¿qué es lo que vamos a cosechar? Okay, okay.
Things that is special about Frutos del Guacabo is, other than the farm, they are also a distributor. So they are an important part that we want to promote. They started this. They work with other agricultors, other farmers, and they do deliveries to different restaurants and areas around, usually San Juan. But that is a link that is very important for the farmers, and they're just one group, and there are a couple of few groups that works with small farmers that they do. So they are a very important part of the whole link between ecological farming and the food served in the restaurant or
Very
the food
important
in other
to the
areas.
chef because they also need to know how the small farmer works. This is very important. And we have a situation right now. We are without electricity before you arrive. We are going to energy because if between 20 minutes the plants will die. The system in hydroponic and it should be energized every time during the day.
24/7.
No, during the day, from 7 or 8 to 6
Okay.
during the sun.
During the daylight.
During the daylight, yes.
Okay.
Yes. We have the problem with the electricity.
Which is part of, we still are having problem with
Yes,
electricity around the island.
It happens about once per week, and we need to manage that. Okay, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to put it.
Okay.
So Daniel has a list. He just got a call from our chef.
Can we go
gotta-
inside so the sun is not too much?
So we got a beautiful setup of aquaponics here. Last time we were here about maybe a month ago, this whole section on the left was very high and full of plants, and as you can notice, they've kind of scooped it around. And again, this is just another example of how you can run with very little space. You can do a beautiful setup and actually make some money, have a decent living, or have a great place to educate public, because this is also a great workshop not only for kids, but also imagine kids in high school that are trying to find out what they want to do. Maybe they're interested in agriculture, but they don't want to necessarily dig into the ground, or maybe they're looking for different options. This is another one. Maybe you could combine this with vertical farming, for example. And again, this is just a way of kind of presenting this to our public. It's very tasty. Do a couple of seconds where you can bring us. Here to show us a little bit what their operation is. If you look towards the back, you can see some of the animals. Turkey, chicken.
And there are some chefs buy them directly, so they know what they are buying. There's a lot of their movement to do a lot of farm to table, and new chefs are coming out. Actually, the World Central Kitchen, they work with chefs and farmers in order to connect both things. So So they are part of that movement also. And we try food made from different parts of the farm here, and it's incredible.
Last time, about a month ago, we were hosting the Land Trust Alliance. I don't know if you know who they are. Basically, Land Trust Alliance.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so they had their board meeting here in Puerto Rico, and Para La Naturaleza was hosting it. We're actually certified by the Land Trust Alliance. We're a member, and they had a ball. But one of the visits that we did with them was actually here, and we did a farm table with them. So a lot of the food, and actually a lot of the things that you're gonna consume today is grown here in Frutos del Guacabo. So not only what you're gonna harvest, but also Kevin came a couple of days in advance and he bought some of the food items that you're gonna be consuming today. He bought them in advance. Just also a way of taking it home per se. And it's a great ability. Let's say you don't want to make too much money with farming, but maybe you want to feed yourself and save up on food costs. Well, this is another option. I've been exploring in my house. I'm also interested in agriculture, but I'm looking for different ways of working in small spaces. And I love fish. I like eating them, but I also like ornamental fish. And I've been thinking of doing aquaponics, which is kind of like a hydroponic, but instead of inserting water that's enriched with nutrients, you're actually taking water where the fish are living, which is very rich in nutrients, and you're just processing it through your system. So again, there are many options. Maybe you could have ornamental fish and kind of sell them to pet shops, make some money that way, but also feed yourself with the fish indirectly. You could have tarpon. You can tarpon. No, you can have tilapia or trout, for example. Those are fish that are usually used in these systems. So again, there are many options out there, but a lot of people don't have access to the information or they don't know how to get started. So this is also a great place to just show people how to get started, how to begin. Maybe lose that pride that we always have because it's something new. We might think it's too technical, but once you get the nitty-gritty down, it's really not that difficult. Yeah. Sure. Sorry,
Gracias, no, al contrario, muchas gracias. This is our system. Every table, we harvest every table every week to be consistent in the market. This is the table that we are harvesting in this week, and the other one, we have 8. One, a big one, a small one here. We have 10 products here, red sorrel, kale, amaranth, red pak choy, green pak choy, arugula, Asian mix, amaranth, lettuce, watercress, and coconut bread. It's our product today. And also we have some edible flowers there that is not gorgeous.
I believe Daniel gave you the list.
Yes, but this,
They're not here, right?
no.
Should we
We
move to
deliver
where they are?
some products to Kevin last Friday, and some of them is at
Okay.
the
Yeah, so
border.
maybe let's go do that. So we
Yes.
don't set Kevin back because otherwise we won't have lunch ready for us. So let's go do that first, and then we'll continue with the tour.